Good morning, everyone. This particular video is going to focus on the culinary arts here at Southeast Community College. And I have two friends here. I have our program chair for the Culinary Arts and Hospitality program, Rob Epps. Hello, Rob. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. And I also want to introduce Mike Vandenberg. He's our executive chef of our course restaurant here at Southeast Community College. How you doing, Mike?
Doing well.
So one of the things I thought both of you could kind of share is just a little overview of what is going on, or what is the culinary arts all about at SCC, and tell us a little bit specifically about what a student learns, maybe the type of jobs they get when they graduate from SCC. And Mike, you can of course talk about the special role that having a fully functioning restaurant plays in our program here at the college. So Rob, do you want to kick it off?
Sure. So the culinary hospitality program has three focuses. Culinary arts, so those students who want to work in restaurants and hotels, food service and hospitals and those type of places. We have a baking and pastry focus, so those students who want to do plated desserts and baking, working in grocery stores or bakeries and cakes and decorating. And then we have a management focus that manages the front of the house. So they're the ones who work on the hospitality side and working with the customers. So our program, it's a full 2-year program. Really what our push is to make sure they're ready to work in the industry. Our graduates go out and they work any restaurant you can think of in Lincoln. A lot go to Omaha, Bellevue, and the surrounding areas. They work in hotels. They work in full-service restaurants. They work in catering. They're kind of everywhere, and we want them to be prepared when they leave. And a big part of that has been with our addition and our remodel is the addition of our course restaurant, which Mike is our chef that runs that with us. And then we also have a full-service coffee shop. So maybe I'll let Mike talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, so our restaurant that we have inside the college is connected to our culinary department, and it's a full-service restaurant. It's completely open to the public when we are open.
And Mike, just to mention to everyone, you are broadcasting from the restaurant right now.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting in the dining room right now, and the advantage of having an actual working restaurant as part of the culinary program is that while the students take the early classes, all the fundamentals classes and a few advanced classes, then they make their way into working in our restaurant here. And the big advantage of that is that they get real working experience inside of a real restaurant that's still held to our specific standards and under our control. So that way we can provide the experience that we feel will benefit them the most upon graduation.
So, Mike, real quick, with the course restaurant and the coffee shop, the students, are they paid, or is this just part of their coursework?
So, if the students are pursuing an associate's degree in either culinary arts, the baking and pastry, or the restaurant management, they have to take 3 separate classes that are in the restaurant. They're lab classes that we do in the restaurant. The first one is a service class where the students actually are the servers. They take orders, they ring food in, and then they take food to tables, things like that. We have a prep class that the students come in at 7 in the morning and they work until 11. And then we have what we call the a la carte class, which is where the students actually get to work on the line during lunch service and make orders directly to customers. So when the students are taking those classes as part of their curriculum, they are not paid. However, one of the benefits of having this full-service restaurant is that we get to schedule private events and banquets in this space outside of normal class hours. And any student that I have sign up to work those private events do have the opportunity to get paid. So that's an added benefit to this space too. They get working experience and they can also get paid for private events.
That's great. And I think it's fair to say it's not only is it open to the public. I know our faculty and staff and myself have had a good number of meals there, and it's just it's just incredible to have that sort of resource that we can really, I like to think of it as we're not just training students to work in the field, we're training leaders. They're going to have such a rich experience, and they're going to be able to, play a leading role in their respective organizations. So Rob, why don't you tell us about this unique situation that we're all going through. You can see this video is an example of our social distancing practices, but tell us about, how and Mike, you jump in here too, about how are we making the transition to a virtual environment in such a high contact area like the culinary arts, where normally you would think you'd have to be right there in a lab in person. How are we doing that?
So a lot of our content, we adjusted to online, of course. So we have a lot of content and videos. There's a lot of resources online that we can show videos and demonstrations. Our faculty and chef instructors have come in and recorded hands-on videos too, where they can talk directly to part of the lab that they would have been in class with and show step by step. Some of the students have been doing the work that they would have done in class at home and videoing it and showing pictures and reporting that in as part of the grade. You just have to think outside the box, be flexible. Our industry is nothing but flexible, and with what's going on, we need graduates and we need good people, because there's going to be a lot of people hurting for jobs, and there's going to be a lot of jobs that need filled.
Yeah, one of the things I've been talking about to our other administrators and been sharing this with our board is that while this is a good example of adversity, we know there's going to be opportunities, significant opportunities on the other side of it, especially for the community college. I think that there's going to be incredible demand for those who are unemployed. They're going to want some retraining, and some of it in short sort of formats. There's also going to be, I think we're learning that many of our programs are somewhat pandemic proof, in the sense that you think about construction, health sciences, culinary, IT, all of these industries, are considered essential, and where many of them, the construction, for example, hasn't slowed really at all. So that might be appealing. And then we'll have also a good number of parents and students that are going to, because of the downturn in the markets, they're going to be looking for maybe a more affordable option to earn that 4-year degree, maybe starting at the college. So I think there'll be tremendous opportunity. Speaking of opportunity, this particular situation gave us a chance to roll out a number of community projects to really help those in need with the talents that we have and the resources. We were, I know that you, Mike, and others took the lead on this project where we're delivering meals to those high-risk individuals in our area. Do you want to talk about that? What does that look like?
Sure. So we have started to do kind of a meal delivery program where every week we have a list of 100 people. Right now we're limiting it to 100, and which is 25 people a day. And we make, every week I have a rotating menu where I have 4 different dishes that we box up in a microwave safe container. And we deliver these 4 meals to these 25 people each day. So that's a total of 400 meals a week, all going to 100 people. And the list we received from our health sciences department of, like you mentioned, mainly people that can't leave their house, are higher risk, higher susceptibility to the disease, and a lot of elderly people that not only have trouble getting out and around anyway, now it's even harder. We bring meals straight to their door. And so right now I have 1 student and 1 adjunct instructor helping, and myself cooking and packaging these meals. And luckily for the space that we have here at the college, we have these very, very large lab kitchens that aren't being used right now because everything's virtual. So we're able to keep a wide distance from each other while we're prepping to maintain the social distancing standards. So we're very fortunate to be able to have that environment and these facilities to do that. and then also we're keeping the human contact as little as possible, from packaging to we have Angela and Bailey, who are our front of the house manager and our coffee shop manager. They bag everything up, and then they hand it off to the delivery drivers, and everything is kept separate. We're keeping away from each other as much as we can, and I feel like we're doing a really good job of maintaining the restrictions and the regulations that have been set pretty much in the world right now. So
Sure. And I know that these meals are, they're free to those individuals. We're not charging anything. Again, we're just trying to be good stewards of our resources and talents and help out as we can. We have the word community in the middle of our title. It's SCC, Southeast Community College. And so we do have as part of our mission to serve the community. And of course we do in our traditional sense, but this gave us a unique opportunity. So I really appreciate that. Rob, before we kind of wrap it up, what other thoughts that you have on, what we do here at SCC when it comes to the culinary arts? Any other comments you have? I know you're all doing an incredible job in this challenging situation, so I appreciate that. I'm feel really fortunate and lucky to have folks like you that are such experts in your field and with such passion to help our students. What would you like to add?
Just, it's been really great to see the industry kind of get involved, get out there and help find ways to keep employees working. That's just, we want to kind of keep fostering that at the college and through our program, so when these students go out and be leaders, they can still follow those standards and kind of lead that, helping the community and working with everyone to still provide good products in a safe way. So,
well, you guys are doing great things at the course and the culinary program in itself. It was one of my first projects when I came here. We kind of changed our plans a little bit and went in a little different direction. And you guys, I know Rob, you were involved in the design, I believe, of some of the spaces. And I don't think this is an exaggeration. I think we have one of the best culinary arts facilities in the country. We were told that by the creditors, I think, last year. You guys have been wonderful. One last thing, Mike, of the meals that you're making every day, which is your favorite?
Well, I'm pretty happy with the lasagna that turned out, and actually that has the most positive feedback so far.
I've heard about the lasagna.
And I'm kind of, it was a recipe that I kind of just whipped together, and then we didn't really test it until we made it in the kitchen here. So I'm actually really happy that it turned out really well and that people really enjoy it.
I'm actually from the Gulf Coast in the Mississippi. Is where I was born, so I've always had an affinity for seafood. Do you make a mean shrimp gumbo?
You know what? That might have to go on next week's menu. That's a good idea.
I don't do that on my behalf. A
well,
lot of Nebraskans may not appreciate shrimp gumbo. I don't know.
Yeah. I have made gumbo before when I worked with Chef Harpster over at Single Barrel. We kind of helped develop a gumbo recipe. So. Oh,
cool. Well, you guys have been great. Any last minute thoughts? No. All right. Well, say bye to the college, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for doing such a wonderful job. Take care.
You too.